Welcome to another Sith List reaction episode. Episode 8 of Andor is up next on the list. I'm Mirage, that's Randy, that's Les, and we are the Sith List. And we are here to watch this wonderful series that is taking place on Disney Plus, Star Wars universe, Cassian Andor. And episode 8, we have 5 more left, and it's been a cool slow burn. And to me, it's been a great slow burn. Last episode was especially the last part of last episode was kind of different for me, watching that stuff in Star Wars and that music and seeing that scenery, but loved it, and I can't wait to see what happens to all the cool characters. It's kind of like Game of Thrones in a bit. I'm not saying the seriousness and the craziness. I'm talking about how we're getting all these different characters and we have these different storylines, and it's kind of working. What do you think, Randy? I'm gonna go with you so far. What do you think so far about this? I know you love the show, but where's it going to go, you think?
I mean, I hate to pull this, man, but I already know where the show's going to go. I do this every week. I show my abilities with the moons and the stars. And this week, I think the Empire is going to catch up with Cassian.
Oh, no.
But they're going to be unaware of his identity and his past. So think about that. What does that mean? Think about that.
I wonder if they're going to think he's a different guy because they're going to call him Cassian Andor.
Yeah, the only time anyone's ever referenced him is when Cassian Andor.
And he's just Cassian Andor.
Yeah.
Just one
That's
name.
possible.
Yeah.
Some people think he's Clam. Who knows what that girl he's hanging out with, what she thinks he's called.
Right.
Probably
who knows who that
Cassian.
girl is? Right. Exactly.
Doesn't really matter now.
I have a theory, and I'm going to get blasted on the comment section, like I did with the last House of the Dragons. But have they let us know the name of the uncle, Serial's uncle? Do we know his name? Because I haven't heard a name yet. I've just heard him referenced
the whole time.
They've said his name.
Yeah, she's like Uncle.
Really? Oh, long-lasting memory there.
Yeah, no, it left an impression.
Yeah, very big impression.
Definitely. But what do you mean by that? No, do you mean
but because
she's been saying who the contact is?
I've just been hearing uncle, your uncle this, your uncle that. Can this dude's uncle be Krennic?
I mean, yeah, I guess that's possible, huh?
Oh.
I'm just saying, but not if she has named the uncle. I don't remember. I was just thinking about this.
I'm just trying to remember now, though. Did Krennic have an accent, though?
Oh, I don't know if he had an accent. It doesn't matter in Star Wars. People have accents, people don't, you know?
No, but I'm saying, like, would you be able to put his accent with her? Because she's kind of got her, like, sounds like a New York, East Coast kind of thing.
She's got like a 50-year-old smoker's accent.
Yeah, like
that. In space, kind of I don't know if it matters, man.
I don't think it matters in space, buddy.
Well, then, okay, fine. What if it is?
But I don't know. But if they have named the uncle, then this theory goes to crap real quick. But I'm just saying. He seems like he's somebody up there in high places of the Empire, right? So,
but
who knows?
Oh man,
I don't know.
I mean, that'd be cool. I just don't know what would he be. Would he be like you're a failure because you couldn't pull off one little dinky sweep?
He would.
Why are you anywhere near me? I don't know you. Like, what are you talking about?
Absolutely, he would be. He would be that guy.
Yeah, would you be like, I'm building the Death Star. I ain't got no time for slacker nephews.
And
that suck.
And one thing I was thinking is how awful would it be? Like season 2, he gets the promotion, he's stoked, and he ends up on the Death Star. That would be awful.
What if all of the ISB ends up there?
That's possible.
Very possible.
All these characters we see are just like now you're moving to a mobile death station.
And I'm not mistaken, on New Hope in the meeting, when they have the meeting when Vader chokes the dude out there, the ISB agents are there, officers are there, and there's one empty seat, and that's allegedly where Krennic was going to be, which all played out really well on how the storyline was. But please let us know, please. And also, this perfect timing. Like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We'd love to have you as a subscriber. And please leave a comment and tell me how wrong I am about Krennic being the uncle, which I probably am.
And remind me of the guy's name, because I'm sure.
Yes, if he has a name, then this theory
said
goes
like Uncle.
to shit.
It started with an M or an H or something.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Then I'm totally wrong. Then I'm totally wrong if that's the case. Well, I think we've talked enough. I think it's time to watch this great show and see how it goes. You guys ready for this?
Achievement.
Move it.
Don't you look at me. Move it.
That's Stan Witwer, I think, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think that's his voice. He played the trooper last.
Instant quiet.
Mm-hmm.
That's his life. Is he playing solitaire, this guy?
Yeah, I think it's Minesweeper. He hates that droid. Oh, man.
Oh, they're going to get him. They're going to ask him because he was in charge. You know what's funny? Last week in the episode, the mouse droid did not move out of the way for him. He moved out of the way for the mouse droid. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Come on, move it. Bareface, let's go.
Could have been so great if there was some Crocs.
Birkenstocks.
Yeah.
Oh, is Deidre going to be here?
Yeah. He's got a new job.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Lieutenant Dedra Mira. I'm the ISB supervisor for the Morlana sector. But now we've both had our mornings interrupted because you keep submitting requests to the Bureau of Standards data center looking for Cassian Andor. What are you doing, Mr. Khan?
Dude, I'm so digging the music to this show, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's so Blade Runner-y. I don't know if you've seen Midnight Express. Very Midnight Express too, the music.
Yeah.
This is an Imperial Star Parts unit. It was stolen from the Steergard Naval Yard last year. The thief was a local named Cassian Andor. He was wanted for the murder of 2 corporate security officers.
That's a Lauren.
Drill down is exactly what I want to do, sir.
The ISB.
Drill down, find Andor, and get a hunt started.
Go! Down the ramp!
What the heck?
Welcome to Narkina 5. This is an Imperial factory facility. I'm sure some, if not all of you, are wondering how we risk standing before you without weapons.
Oh! On the floor.
On the floor?
You may start. That was level 1 of 3.
I will inform the Bureau of Standards that you were of service to the Empire tonight.
Ah, there it is. You're back.
Deputy Inspector?
Mm-hmm.
That was very good. I solved a double murder and found the killer in 2 days. It's clear you need Andor in order to find his partner.
When
It's also clear that
opportunities
whatever
presents
this is more
itself.
important than the death of 2 corpses.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that. Close the door.
He's gonna stare at the rain again for a while.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that.
On program.
Oh, those are
That
the
means
boots.
hands on
Okay.
head, eyes front, feet on the floor.
Zap rod. If I have to use it, you remember it. Yes? Yes?
First time I saw Andy Dufresne.
I said step off now. Move!
7 levels of factory, 7 rooms per level, 7 tables per room. My name is Kino.
Oh.
I'm the 52D
Nice.
manager.
Andy Serkis is a cool
Hell
surprise.
yes!
49 men in-
So that is Snoke.
Back to work!
That's cool.
This dude has to be like one of the best people in the world to work with. He has like
Right.
no problem getting a job.
Yeah. And big franchises, by the way.
Last place.
Yeah. I'm hoping this means he's going to be a regular.
Level 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been waiting. We're a man short. You'll give us a pass.
You should. He won't.
So it might be a little different.
He's on the box. They're calling him.
Oh.
52D shift productivity levels are unacceptable.
Oh.
Calling a new clock.
Jeez.
Listen up!
This feels like Squid Game.
Oh,
It
yeah.
totally does.
Hands away.
Yo, Keith, you want to help, bro?
I think
You
he's
don't know
just.
what's going on.
He's
man.
gonna though. He's gonna excel in a second. Watch. He's gonna take it all in right now. Oh, look at that.
No, I'll have hers. So, the evening's agenda?
I need votes to stall the Emperor's latest overreach.
Take home. How prompt you are. Baron? Still in town or commuting? A bit of both. The rebels might have thought that over before blowing up Aldani. Thank you. Well, good luck feeding the galaxy. I'm off to feed myself. Charity begins at home.
Take it.
Is there anything we can do before they start?
That has its own risks.
Leader,
We've met.
Indeed.
Oh, I've lost my taste.
Listen, kid, take it easy with all the observations, man.
I should find Dad. Nice to see you again.
Can you imagine he was just on a beach, hanging out?
Yeah.
Signaling to someone, right?
Yeah, signaling to someone.
Routines are frustrating, yes, we agree. Too easily provoked, yes. Overreactive, perhaps.
The Emperor's primary charge is to protect us, is it not? How much protection is enough?
You see the white lights? It's the floor. White is cold, red is hot. The white lights start flashing, you've got 7 seconds to get to yourself.
So what did you do?
Nothing.
Not that lately. At least you know where you stand from the start. No surprises.
You don't walk in your sleep, do you?
What?
You'll find out.
He's got it down now.
Yeah.
The amount of bleach that place must use.
Yeah, right? But it smells horrible. They almost look like the racks that were holding the credits they stole from the
Garrison?
Yeah. It's a cool looking town. Oh, nice.
I'm just trying to figure out if you need a doctor.
What have you done now?
Apparently I'm throwing a party.
What was she doing by the hotel?
She's obsessed with troopers. So the rebellion can sneak in and take them by surprise.
Jeez.
She's a rebel.
Where did you go?
Who's the big one?
What?
I've no idea.
Oh.
Where were you? I was about to come and look in. We'll just stay here and wait. Just hope he shows up.
Their job's to kill him.
Haven't we been apart long enough?
You think the Empire stops to catch its breath? This is a fight to the death, Fel. Thank you.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Yeah.
Axis.
It's the shop owner on Ferrix. She's trying to find Cassian Andor. His mother is ill. We're not answering. We can't.
Might have a lead.
More likely it's the ISB working her radio.
You're guessing.
And you're slipping.
The woman's name is Bix Colleen. Mel could have a look if it's safe. They know what they're doing. Shut it down.
So they're not trying to kill him. They're trying to get him for another.
No, I think they're trying to kill him.
I think they are trying to kill him.
Coordinate alternatives for Segramilo.
Calculating.
What's he doing, man? Oh, it's nice.
You can't show that and not show what happens if someone steps on it.
And they just did.
Level 5, grid disruption. You have 10 seconds to get on your sleeping platforms.
Oh. Uh-oh.
This whole piece, run!
Get her!
Take it down a notch, dude.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
2 tubes.
2 tubes.
Was that you?
Yeah.
You'd never tell me if it was.
Aren't you tired of playing behind the scenes, Luthen? Sectorists, human cultists, galaxy petitionists, they're lost. All of them lost.
I'm the one who says we'll die with nothing. If we don't put aside our petty differences.
Petty. I am the only one with clarity of purpose. No sale today, Luthen. Good luck with Anto Krieger.
Oh,
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker, man. He comes in and just slays and just
Oh, yeah. dude.
dominates.
Get him out of here. Quickly.
You two, with me.
Hey.
Oh, that's one way to do it.
Hello, Bix.
Yeah, I just hope they win the day.
Yeah.
I need to know what happens if you win the day. Andy Serkis ends up being really happy with you. And what happens when Andy Serkis is happy? That's what I need to know.
Well, there you have it. The episode has finished. And man, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed every single episode. This one is probably in my top 2. I think it was just, I felt so, I don't know, it's going to sound weird, so Stanley Kubrick-y to me, especially
Yeah.
the scenes in the in the jail, in the prison that they were doing, and I love the way they were going back and forth on the edits.
Yeah.
By the way, it was genius. Yeah, I really liked it. Really, really liked it. And I love how we said this before we started the episode, but now it's getting really in depth with the character development. I mean,
Right,
we're starting interrogating the secondary characters and catching
Right.
the secondary characters and worrying about the secondary characters, which is a really good sign for a show. So that I really loved it. Like where they stopped. Yeah, what did you think? Les, what did you think about the episode?
It was just layer on layer
Mhm.
of everything. I like how they covered they basically covered all points very well. There's just this underlying, like it's about to explode. You know what I mean? Like you can cut the tension with a knife.
Right.
It just keeps building and building. I feel that, I mean, we obviously know where everything ends, but it's just, I think we're going to get the first real punch this season that the rebellion throws. And I like how they're just putting, they're just putting so many different ingredients into this soup, if you will. So pretty cool. And then cool to see Sarsgaard and Forrest Whitaker.
Oh, that was
go at it for a tad bit, and just have a little tit for tat between them two. But yeah, pretty cool episode. I hope people enjoy it. The music was great.
Yeah, it was so good.
And then just seeing the just all the moving parts, just so much going on, but it's still kind of pointing and all going in the same direction.
This one felt like a motion picture to me. This episode, it felt like this could have been an actual movie. If we got a conclusion at the end, but I mean the way it was structured, the speed of it, the way it was filmed, it just felt like I was watching a film. Before I get into your what you thought about it, Randy, is it interesting that we're now taking a look at how the rebellion started and how they didn't give a shit about people in order to start the rebellion, and it didn't matter if people were going to get oppressed and people were going to die. They were kind of their version of the Empire to start a rebellion against the Empire. So it's very interesting, and they pushed the Empire to this limit. The Empire was going to get there sooner or later, but it was because of their actions that the Empire went fully nuts.
Right.
And it's really interesting to see that perspective because we never thought of it that way. We always thought that it was, they were just people were oppressed, they were sick and tired, but they were pushed to be sick and tired.
Right.
Which is really interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't think we didn't get the season before this about how bad like their regular general occupation was.
Right.
But obviously the people who were put in this position had reason to not trust that the Empire.
Well, yeah, we saw kind of Andor's father was hung,
Right.
So it was happening, but
yeah,
it's very
that could be
interesting
a system to system kind of thing. It's tough to say if that's like a widespread like way of going about things.
I think what happens in maybe we even use Rogue One as a reference when they're on Jeddah and you look up and it's just full, like there's tanks rolling through the streets and now they're completely garrisoned with like troopers. I think the more firepower or the more of a presence means you've done things to scale up the response.
That's what I'm saying.
So it just sucks that maybe they had to do it that way, but it's also like one of those things where it's just like, a couple places are like, look, they're already doing that to us. Yeah. And it just hasn't gotten to a point like, again, even when Saw basically just lit into everyone like he just did, where he's just like, everybody's this is all they're trying to, everybody has like, they're all factionalized, like they're just different factions.
Right.
And, some places it's worse. Some places they've went ahead and just, stepped on the gas and went forward. And it's like, no, we all need to come together. But he's like, this is what we have. This is
right.
So, I want to see what happens next. In all honesty,
Right.
I want to see what happens in the next episode.
So
Is he
good.
gonna pull? That means he's the one who's been like just pulling the trigger on all kinds of crazy stuff.
Well, he's been doing anarchist stuff.
Exactly,
Yeah.
just causing
And he
chaos.
always has, yeah.
And everybody's just like, dude, this guy needs to chill. And then he's like, y'all need to step it up. And it is like, yeah. And then to see that other part of Mon Mothma where she's like, I need to politicize, I need to politic, I need to do my part. You know, her part is in the Senate, on the Senate floor, trying to make moves, trying to, you know, filibuster everything that comes through and just, you know, put some type of stall tactics and everything. So yeah, it's better than just getting, you know, the smuggler and his hairy friend and, you know, the kid with the lightsaber. It's like, okay, now we're getting, before we get to that part, now we're getting all this other stuff. There's just so much more that allows them to do the part that we love the most. So
right.
Yeah,
Randy,
they're
what'd
doing
you think about, what's your favorite, one of your favorite scenes, or what stood out to you, and what'd you think of the episode?
Well, to go back to what you were saying earlier, I agree. I think like it had that feeling of like that Kubrick vibe, but it very much has like the middle act vibe, where everything that's happened is kind of just like starting to like kind of close in, and everyone's getting pushed like closer towards each other to where, and I assume in the last 4 episodes, it's going to become to the point where everyone's going to start meeting up with each other to a certain degree, and stuff's going to start popping off.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree with Les too. Like the way they're handling, they're displaying the way like the systemic change doesn't change just by being Saw Gerrera, just by being Mon Mothma or Luthen. You guys have to work together on all these different levels to make this progress happen. Otherwise, it's going to be doomed to get squashed. At least that's the way they're presenting it, and it's a cool way to do it.
It is.
Considering it's a show that it's a franchise we usually don't ever get to go. And honestly, that Forrest Whitaker speech at the end with Luthen, that's probably the best written. I love that. When you see some radical socialist talking, nothing makes me happier. And seeing Saw just go at it, I'm just like, oh, I love it.
Especially him, and to steal a scene from Sarsgaard is not easy. And he absolutely steals that scene from him. I mean, they were like two heavyweights going at it, but Whitaker's just facial expressions, acting, is just phenomenal.
And not to mention Andy Serkis.
Oh yeah,
being in
let's
this
talk about Andy
episode.
Serkis. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Did you notice that Andor? I mean, Diego Luna might have said 4 words in the entire episode, maybe less than that.
Yeah, he really didn't say that much.
sometimes you don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it.
But that's weird. That's the other thing. It's like he's in prison and he's just got to push along, and there's absolutely nothing he can do.
Yeah,
and
he knows it too.
Everything is just going along, and there's this other thing on the outside happening, and now some of his closest friends are getting caught up in the whole thing, and it's just he has no clue what's going on, and also he does have a clue what's going on, and they're like, "Hey, what do you know, man? Like, what's going
And
on?"
plus, he's
out
trying
there?
to
And he's
figure
like,
out like how the way that place works. Like he's not saying, but he's watching everything. He's watching how to do his job. He's watching like what's this guy doing with his hands? Like who's he communicating with on the other side? He's trying to get a vibe for everything. So
yeah, that was interesting, wasn't it?
Hopefully it pays off and it shows like an element of his character that makes him such a good like espionage guy.
Well, I immediately started looking at it like, oh, he's starting to time things or take everything in for an escape. He's going to plan an escape.
Totally.
So,
yeah, I wonder what those guys are saying with the sign language thing. I wonder where that's going to lead to, if that's going to lead to anything.
And then
they have something going. They got their own little network in there, man. There's always a workaround.
Right.
What about another thing on that, like they touch on it's interesting because the show touches on so many things that you don't expect. They touch on so many things that you don't expect them to touch on that level, like the privatized like manufacturing within a prison. Like they're all like making stuff for the Empire. They're free labor basically.
Right.
And all they have to do is keep that place clean.
And the Empire is just shooting up their sentences just anytime they want. Just
oh man, when they asked him what he did, and he's like, nothing. And
I'm a tourist.
I'm really excited to see that Dedra and what's his face, Cyril. To see what their relationship is going to be when they are on, if they do end up becoming like on the same level. Yeah, because if they would be almost unstoppable if they both saw each other as mutuals.
I was really surprised that she didn't she didn't take him up on his offer to work with her.
Well, of course she's gonna do. No, but she's gonna do to him what they do to her,
right?
Which is stay ambitious and keep someone. No, don't meddle. Just stay over there.
Yeah,
I got it from here. So she definitely pulled the same card that they pulled on her.
Yeah.
How about that? How about that? Sick Patriot Act discussion.
Oh yeah, that was
like
100%.
You don't need to. What? I don't have anything to worry about. Let them.
You have nothing to
let them watch me.
Yeah, exactly. They're protecting us. We need the protect. Do you need the protection? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we? Yeah, that was 100% the Patriot Act. Yeah, I think Lucas would have been proud about that one.
That's what's interesting, that they're going on very common, relatable things that the average person who doesn't, live way beyond there can relate to.
Yeah, right. I would love to get Lucas's take on this show. I think he would. I think you really like this thing.
It very much reminds me of THX 1138. I don't see how you couldn't. It's very much in the spirit of 1138.
For sure, 100%. You're right about that.
Yeah,
so good. Anything else you want to bring up at all?
Not. I mean, other thing we really didn't talk about was Sintra and Vel. Like they're just kind of there, or Cinta and Vel, I think.
Well, but Cinta is like, I'm here for a reason. Vel's more like, stay with me, let's go.
She's in love. And she wants
Vel's
to
just
run
like,
away with
let's
her.
go, and she's like, no, I'm staying here because we were sent here for a reason.
But obviously, they're not gonna do that anymore.
They can't.
Like they're gonna be put in a position where you already have someone who's out to get Bix.
Yep.
So they kind of have to change their approach, right?
Right.
Well, yeah, right. Their next thing was to go talk and interrogate Bix, pretty much.
Right.
But yeah, their goal, I think, is to find Andor and kill Andor because he knows too much. But that's got to change too. It's got to be a switch where they use Andor as a tool because, as we know,
well, there will be. I don't think, man. I don't know. I believe you. I agree with you, gentlemen, but I'm gonna assume Cinta has a different thing. I'm gonna assume Cinta's just looking at it like, look, we can use him, or
I don't
something.
think so, dude. That's because last week they specifically said that he needs to die. Pretty much, those words were said, and they asked where Cinta was, and she's
doing her job.
She said she's gonna be doing her job.
Right.
She's doing her job. So don't question pretty much because she was Vale was wavering on it, and she's still wavering on it. I think.
But she wants to do the whole let's just leave and we got our money. Let's just get out of here.
Do it. Let's get out of here.
Love. And Cinta's like, no, I'm committed to the rebellion.
Right.
So that's what I'm looking at. Maybe there is a commitment there that her and Cassian, because I mean, obviously they are going to meet up at some point this season. They are going to meet up, and it's either going to be we're here to kill you, or are you in all in on this like the rest of us? So
well, yeah. At this point, I don't think the rebellion, as we know it right now, gives a shit about people.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh yeah,
and who's going to be the collateral damage? Yeah,
I believe the only saving grace then for Cassian would be Luthen.
Yeah, it is going.
I think he's like, okay, he's an asset. He pulled it off. He was the one who helped pull off some things, so he's a major asset. So yeah.
I love how the show is changing things up, man.
Yeah, interesting where they're putting Luthen now, because they've put him in a position now where he has to become a little bit more like really down for the cause. Like there's no like sitting back and letting everyone do everything. He cut off the communications to Bix. Like there's no longer a way for them. Obviously that's going to get remedied at some point.
Yes.
But and then him having to talk to Saw and say, hey, come on, man.
I hope that's not the last we see of Saw. It might be.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, man. No, I don't think you get Forrest Whitaker just for that.
And Two Tubes' performance, man.
He always nails it, dude.
Yeah. Speaking of stealing scene, no wonder Forrest Whitaker wasn't in that scene with him. He was one of the Two Tubes.
Chewing up scenery.
Yeah, right.
You here to kill me.
Well, guys, thank you so much. This was such a fun episode to watch. It's so intense. There's been no levity. I'm still waiting for that like little bit of levity in the show to let us catch our breath. There hasn't been any really at all.
No.
Even the flashback scenes are rough. So, but thank you so much for watching, and it will be here next week for the next episode. Cannot wait. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate if you did that. We're doing all kinds of cool stuff pop culture wise. We just got done with House of the Dragon, and we're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. Well, we got all this Andor still left, and anything else in pop culture that pops up. So yeah, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. But for now, for Randy and Les, I'm Mirage. We'll catch you right here next week for episode number 9 of Andor, right here on the Sith List.